Hey everybody, happy new year. Welcome to 2020. You noticed that I took a little bit of a break. I usually try to take a break around Christmas and New Year's just to, restart stuff, get some new stuff going and spend time with the family, take some quality time for myself. Um, with 2020, I took some time after Saskatoon Expo in the fall to really reestablish and reevaluate everything that I've been wanting to do, um, con wise, artistic wise, social media wise, and try and see where I can improve what I can do to make everything better. One of the things that also is bringing this up is the whole YouTube and COPA ruling. A lot of my stuff, even though I'm not at a level where I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for anything, but having to now change all my videos to a certain way is really going to halter my growth on that platform. So I took it upon myself. I'm gonna still gonna be here on YouTube, but I'm also going to kind of diminish my output. I'm not gonna put out 2 videos a week. If that was almost killing me trying to get that much content. I'm gonna stick to just once a week, Wednesdays or Fridays, whichever one I'm feeling like. Still gonna do sketch cards and still doing some drawing. Still gonna do the wrestling podcast, wasting your time with John. So you're still gonna get the same content. You're just gonna not gonna get as much and as frequent. And yeah, I'll just have to be careful with what I post and make sure it's labeled the proper way so that people will know what they're getting into. And then yeah, so I'm not going away from YouTube, like I said, but I'm going to be changing it up and not going to be putting such a focus. But what I am going to do on YouTube is going to be doing stuff that's going to lead to other uh, platforms, like going to my website. If you want to check out more of my stuff, radpencils.com is the place where you want to go. I'm going to be putting more of a focus on that website so you can get exclusive stuff and stuff that you can't get anywhere else, like my Instagram. Like my Instagram, I've noticed all year it's been. Oh Jesus, that looks weird. I'll keep my hood up. But I've noticed that a lot of the algorithm, a lot of the stuff that people are been doing to try and grow on Instagram has been really wonky, and I've noticed it a lot this year. My output has never faltered. I've always put out the same kind of stuff, but I'm not getting the kind of interactions and not getting the kind of likes and views that I normally do. And it doesn't affect me in any kind of way. It's not like I need that validation for my Instagram, but it's nice to know that the kind of stuff I'm putting out there is getting seen, and I'm getting the kind of feedback from my peers or from potential customers, just like any other kind of business. So I mean, if I'm not getting that kind of stuff, so I decided I had to take a look at how I'm operating. And how I'm operating, let me just close that. How I'm operating, I think there's a certain amount of stuff that I'm doing that's not um, it's not gelling well with an audience, and a lot of that is actually my sketch cards. So I kind of decided now that I have a couple sketch cards I still want to share and get out there because I think they're really good. They're really good pieces of art. But my sketch card output on Instagram is probably going to go completely away. I'm going to focus on Instagram on more finished products or finished pieces that are more in tune to what I like to do and more in turn of what I believe my audience expects of me, and showing that kind of work that I can do. So the sketch cards are going to be diminished completely from my Instagram, and I'm going to focus more on other kind of stuff. And if you're still a big, huge fan about my sketch cards, I'm going to have that mostly on Facebook because there's a lot of sketch card groups that are on there that I can actually share it with, and it gets seen by people who actually want to see it. So the sketch cards are going to stay on that platform itself. What else we got? So another one of the whole thing from 2019 was my convention schedule. I did about the same amount of cons, but I noticed a big decline on fans interaction and on on the business side sales. It wasn't the greatest year. I could see it. I can see it in the shows. I can see it in the people. It's a number of things. You can blame it on certain things, but I think there's a truth in all that little on those little stuff. So I mean, it's not just one thing; it's many things. So in turn, with the whole sketch card kind of thing, I kind of retired. I kind of retiring from doing the sketch cards with like Upper Deck and Cryptozoic, just because a lot of the time that I spent on those took away from doing sequentials and doing the art kind of stuff that I like to do and like that what people want to see. So that's another one of the decisions I had to make, and it took away time from preparing for shows and getting the kind of stuff that people would like from me or can kind of see. Like I usually used to do a whole bunch of art prints every year for every show I would do, and that diminished completely because I was too busy doing sketch cards. And I'm not ragging on sketch cards. If you're a sketch card artist and you're watching me, like good on you. That's it's decent work, but for what I want to do with my career, it wasn't taking me to those places. So I felt like it was time I had to step aside and focus on writing and drawing stories and drawing comic books. That's where I want to be, is being a comic book artist. So with that, I have a couple of new projects that are coming up that I'm going to be trying to get published or at least completed in this new year, so that I have a completely new setup for my tables at conventions. So coming up, I think I go into Emerald City. That's mostly just going to be for fun. I'm just going to go in with a portfolio and just shop it around and see if there's any potential publishers or writers that want to work with me in the future, and just go check out Seattle because I love Seattle. And then the first show is most likely going to be Calgary Expo. I haven't even gotten my table confirmation yet. I'm applying as a creator guest with Septembrio and Escaping Falcon Ridge, with the sketch cards that I've already done, along with the Stranger Things piece that I did for Printed in Blood books. I think that should be enough to get me at least a creator guest. So I'm hoping I'll get in on that, and that we can. Then that's a whole new. Oh, there I go. It's a whole new thing for me that I can grow as a business and get some new fresh audience that can be checking out my stuff. So that's what I've been planning. That's what I was kind of hemming and hawing at and trying to figure out a game plan for what I want to do during the holidays, and I'm putting it into action right now. If you checked out my Instagram and my Facebook, I'm doing another book with Chad Colpitz called Preggers. It's about a kid who accidentally impregnates a 16-year-old sewer monster and how he has to deal with all that. It is absolutely nuts. It's so messed up, but it's so much fun I couldn't say no. So that's one of the newer projects you're going to be seeing from me. There's going to be another Printed in Blood book that's coming out in May. It's the Ghostbusters book. I'm officially in that one. I'll be showing little teases of what my pieces are, so you can kind of get an idea what you're going to be getting. And if you want to get the Stranger Things book, you can. I'm going to be having a little link in my store, so you can actually purchase the book, the print, or a combo of all three. And so you can get it all signed by me. It's all personalized, so you can get stuff like that. So yeah, so 2020, it's basically I'm doing a whole rehaul of all my output and all of what I'm doing. You're going to be seeing a lot more different stuff and a lot newer stuff. I'm focusing. I'm getting stuff done. There's no more distractions. There's no more things that I'm having to grit my teeth through to get done. I'm solely doing stuff that I am excited for and I want to do, and I want to get back into doing comic books, and I want to get back into doing stuff that everybody likes, and a lot of that things is actually going to be a lot less of the fan art stuff too, because I mean it can only take you so far, and I need to be doing stuff that's more creative and more has my signature on it. So yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, so next week I'll be back with the new videos. So you can double check here. If you're watching this on Instagram, you'll be seeing some new stuff coming up. And yeah, so we're having a good old 2020 so far. So we'll see you in this coming year.